Hey guys, it sounds like the Knights of the Old Republic remake is dead. It sounds like this game is not going to get made, and I know a lot of people are upset by it. I personally think this might be a blessing in disguise, given some of the things that I heard about this remake. Again, Knights of the Old Republic is a classic game before the dark times, before Disney took over Star Wars, and they were going to remaster it, re-release it. Aspyr Media, I guess, was going to do it, and now that project is dead. I personally think this is fine. I think it's totally fine. There are some studios that could do justice to this game, I think, but the people they had working on it, I don't think we're going to do justice to it. In fact, I think some of them might have had a more political agenda, and it sounded like they were going to take a lot of liberties with this game, and what we were going to get was a bastardized version of it. And again, this might be a good thing. So let's talk about this. This is Clownfish Gaming. This is Neon, and we do talk about gaming news on this channel. We do gameplay videos. We're going to be ramping that up. We're going to be putting our art and animation videos over here as well. Try to separate things out a little bit from Clownfish TV. Anyway, this is coming from Push Square. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake reportedly deader than Alderaan. Hopes of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake returning balance to the Force have been thoroughly dashed, with Giant Bomb journalist Jeff Grubb reporting that full stop, this game is not being worked on in any way at any studio. Now, this was in, I guess, a podcast he did, and I don't know if he's currently with Giant Bomb. I know Giant Bomb laid a bunch of people off, but he did a podcast episode on YouTube, and this game is not being worked on. Grubb's comments come in response to those of Embracer Group boss Lars Wingford, who refused to comment on the status of the project, declaring, "I notice that anything I say to this becomes a headline." Knights of the Old Republic was being developed at Embracer-owned studios Aspyr Media and Saber Interactive. Speaking on a show, Game Mess Mornings, Grubb said the rumor was that it got taken away from Aspyr, which has done a lot of these Star Wars remasters, and moved over to Saber Interactive. There have been rumors that it's moved elsewhere since then. I want to clear it up. This game is not being worked on right now, full stop. This game is not being worked on in any way at any studio. Again, sometimes dead is better. Sometimes, remembering a piece of media, whether it's a video game or a comic book or a movie or a TV show, having it sort of frozen in time, frozen in a moment, is much better than what these studios do today, where they bring IP back and they destroy it. And I don't have any faith in Embracer Group these days. I mean, we saw what happened with Saints Row. It was so bad that they had to shut the studio down. And in regards to this particular remake, as I understand it, we had some people that were politically minded working on this game. We had Sam Maggs, a former Mary Sue writer, working on this game, according to Bounding in the Comics. And there were supposedly a lot of liberties that were going to be taken with this. Sam Maggs said, "Cannot be more honored and excited to be part of an incredible team at Aspyr." And this was a year or two ago, about 2 years ago. And then Sam Maggs moved on from that to Wizards, which explains so much if you know about the current state of Wizards of the Coast, right? But yeah, this is what Mr. Maddie Plays said, another YouTuber. He said that her contract expired. She's moved on to work at Wizards of the Coast to be a narrative lead. Her role was very minor compared to others that worked there. However, I am concerned about where they were headed with this, and I have to wonder if they didn't take a look at it and they're like, yeah, this is not going to work, guys. So he had scoops on it. He said that other scoops regarding the game could be true. The scoops included what the game's combat system will look like and changes to the characters. Regarding the combat, he stated, "First and foremost, I want to talk about some of the action combat, which is, as we saw in the job listing, is more than likely confirmed. It's going to be a thing, action combat." He continued, "What it was compared to in terms of inspiration, this does not mean the execution will be what the execution will be like, but inspiration." So looking at like Gods of War, etc. On the story front, I was told they're staying faithful to the main story outside of some changes to characters like they're staying faithful to the main story outside of changes to characters like race, species, name, and age, but that's not going to apply to anyone connected to the main plot. He also noted the game will include mini games like Swoop Racing, card game, and Aspyr also has plans to remaster the original game's soundtrack. Yeah, so it sounds to me like they were going to take some liberties with it. And, we've seen this before. Final Fantasy VII Remake is not actually a remake, but a sequel. And and everybody thinks it's really clever. Now, I don't think that's the case with Knights of the Old Republic, but I can almost guarantee that Disney would meddle and they would try to make sure that they brought everything in line with their Disney canon, and they would Disneyfy this. And I don't think it would go well. And I have to wonder if they weren't taking a look at what they had and they're like, this isn't going to perform. Like, people are going to hate this. We've made too many changes to this game. I don't know the full scope. I mean, this would be money in the bank. If you did a faithful one-to-one remaster of Knights of the Old Republic, you didn't tinker with anything, you just spruced up the graphics, it would be money in the bank, right? It would be. But it sounds to me like there were probably pretty extensive changes to it. And obviously it's not going to sell. It's going to cause divisiveness. It's going to cause backlash. And Embracer Group right now, they can't afford another Saints Row. This is coming from InsiderGaming.com. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is dead. So yeah, it's not being worked on, according to Grubb. During the show, Grubb also mentioned the game may have been moved away from Saber Interactive as well. Now, what's interesting about this, they said, since the announcement of moving away from Aspyr, nothing has been said by anyone involved about the state of the game. The only thing that has happened recently is the scrubbing of social media and YouTube by Sony removing mentions of the game. Sony? Even during quarterly earnings calls, Embracer failed to confirm that the game was still making progress. That is interesting. So they're scrubbing any mention of it. This was September 29th. Has Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic been canceled? So people have been speculating for a couple months now that it's been canceled. Interesting. So yeah, it seems like it's dead in the water. And again, I think that sometimes dead is better. If the rumors were true about where they were headed with this game, I think eventually we will get some kind of a remake, remaster, hopefully with a studio that's not going to tinker, that's not going to hire politically minded activists to come in and rewrite stuff, because that's where I think they were going to go with it. Just give us a faithful, one-to-one remake. That's all people are asking for. Same with Final Fantasy VII. Like, I mean, I know I harp on it and I've talked about it before, but like when you set the expectation and you're literally calling your game Final Fantasy VII Remake, people are expecting it to be the game. That, like, it's not like, oh, this is actually a secret sequel or this is an alternate universe. No, they want the game. Just give us a straight up remaster. It'll be money in the bank. People will buy it because they love this game. But again, Disney's going to Disney for sure. And they're going to want to tinker with it. I have no doubt whatsoever. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more gaming news, more gaming content. We'll talk later. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and want to see more, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And check out more videos on the channel, including Let's Plays in art and animation videos here on Clownfish Gaming.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted.
No. Wait,
she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like, I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you've got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. Can't run him carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.